Hi everyone, welcome back to Icy's Fantasy.
Hi everyone.
Today the weather is very good and we're outside near our neighborhood in the yard. And because we want to share you something that we will never think about, maybe one day we will share in the public.
Yeah.
Recently something's changed. We are brave enough to start that chapter.
Yeah.
For the dark side chapter. So at very beginning when we were dating, the biggest part in our relationship which is very difficult for us to handle is the parents.
Yeah.
For the first year, I was like, I want to try how my parents react on my interracial couple relationship. Even though I already know maybe the result can be bad, but at that time I was in love and I didn't think about too much things. But of course, I already know you and I already know your personality, so I don't worry about our relationship. But the thing is, at the same time, I want to keep the connection with my family.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a Chinese, I know Chinese culture. Why? It's like pretty difficult to handle when it's in our situation.
Yeah, especially as being myself during that time, I'm also curious and I knew so many things happening in interracial relationship when they present their boyfriend and they got rejected because being of black or whatever, things like that. So I was like, how would they react if they know something like that?
Yeah, and I think another reason because we would like to move to something serious. If we are just like dating for fun, it's actually not necessary.
It wasn't, it couldn't be necessary, yeah.
So the result, just in that afternoon when I tell my dad and at the beginning he was thinking I was joking. Like he just like and then after I repeat again, he's still on the way of processing. And then after he really figured out what I was talking to him, and he's like, no.
Okay, let's talk about it now. And like, no, it's a hell no.
Yeah, it's like seriously rejected my idea.
Yeah, like
and,
straight no.
Yeah. After that, I was telling them I break up with.
So you can imagine now being myself, me with her, and showing to the fact that we broke up. So it was like a tricky thing, everything. And sometimes being with someone also that they already know we broke up, it's like not a healthy relationship at the moment.
It's just something secretly happening only between us.
So we keep pushing even though we knew something at the back was now happening, which is not okay. So we spent a certain of time when they knew we aren't together.
Sometimes I can come to Shanghai or I go to Hangzhou. You need a little bit of line to go out. It's not good.
What was your line?
This is really not good because now I am a mother. I prefer my kid to be honest with me.
Yeah.
Whatever, no matter what you want to do, I just want to know it. In case something bad maybe happen and then you cannot help yourself, I will help you. So that's a bad example. But at that moment, I was like, no choice. But I wish there's a better way to deal with that, but it doesn't happen. It didn't happen.
During all the time I've been there, I only met her the little brother.
Yeah, once,
so other
twice.
people we never met yet.
And also my sister.
During that time I also met your sister? During
Maybe
the schooling time?
Not
really. I only met your little
sometimes.
brother because we had like a marathon.
Yeah.
So we registered the marathon and then we go to the marathon that time. That's how I met the little brother.
After that, after I graduated, and for you have another year to study. So here, there's a changing point. Is the point I went to your hometown.
It's changed like a big perspective from your own view.
Yeah, because that time, your marriage is not a simple thing. It's not something easy to happen, and you need to know the whole picture of the future husband you will be. So even though at that time you were kind of like not like 100% want to go back to your
like
hometown.
when this idea came to go back to Rwanda, and I was like, hell no. Like it took me a while to process because in Rwanda it's not common where like before making things sure to show your parents that you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
So in myself too, I was like, is it a good idea to go to Rwanda? But due to the how we were together for a very long time, and I also trust her somehow, so I was like, why not? Let's go to Rwanda and she can see a different perspective view of Africa, because it was also her first time to be in Africa. Whatever happens. Yeah.
It's like both of us would take a risk of what the future gonna be.
Yeah, but the
So-
experience was good. We had my parents receive us from the airport with my sister, with family members, with a lot of love.
Yeah, and that time even the grandparents, the grandfather from your side,
And the
they're like
good part I like,
giving the hand to me, like this, and he was like, "Oh, my grandson, now I give him to you."
it's like a blessing, something. So, I mean, going to Rwanda was a part, but going to where I was born, that was one of the big one.
Yeah, it's like meeting your parents and meeting
My
your
grandparents, something like that. It's like when they saw us, they would feel like maybe we were already married, but somehow they could be shocked when they feel like it's like a fiance. That's
Yeah.
how I was saying. But she, no proposal, no what. We just say it's a fiance, because if I say it's a boyfriend, girlfriend, it would be like, it's like we don't have those things in around this culture somehow.
Like we went to another stage, and that time when I started to work, it's like my parents knows I was still dating with him, and they tried their best to stop it.
So we did during that time after from Rwanda. I remember we did schedule like a meeting with the parents in Shanghai.
Yeah, that's
I
why
was-
they know we are still dating.
I was sitting on a hot table, myself, her, and with family members. I was on the hot table, bro.
And they're like, okay, we would need to ask you several questions, and one question, and
And
it's like
one
you're like,
after another, uncle, a question, whatever question, and I'm like, wow.
yeah, you are just like sitting there,
And then I
I
want to
feel
tell
that
you.
time you are really helpless.
I wanna
because
tell
I was
you-
there. I was there, and I can
she
see
was
some
there,
tears,
but
some tears
she's
in
like,
your
hey, please speak loud. Don't be shy. Don't be whatever. And I'm like, come on. In my heart, I'm like, I'm sitting on the hot seat. Come on.
Yeah, because you are alone and it's your first time, so it's like it's very challenging.
And then the only answer was like, please leave our daughter alone. We are not approved you guys to be together. You can see you guys don't match, anything like that, blah blah blah. And then bam, leave her alone. And then I was like, okay, I accepted.
We know it's the chance to be together is less for our parents to accept us.
Story long, short, another similar situation happened again. I become on the hot seat again, but yeah, we keep moving.
Yeah. At the very beginning, I was sad that why we want to make this video, because now things are going better and better, and we can say in some certain level, like my parents already started to be open to accept us, accept my husband, and I can say maybe our baby is somehow a little key
It's
to
a
that.
bridge, connected us to the parents.
Yeah, and actually there's another secret from my side is, as a daughter, it is very hard to be in the middle. So basically you will be the one actually which is most to communicate between two parties,
Yeah.
because maybe your husband cannot speak Chinese and they cannot understand English. So because at the beginning I was wrong. I was thinking to push them to communicate to each other so they can know each other more, but that was a little bit wrong, not like totally wrong, but still my advice is, as the middleman, you will be function because you want this relationship and you still want your parents. But about how I do it, I won't share. It's just secret. But you are always the daughter of your parents. That thing you can never doubt about.
And another things from my side, being in this relationship, you do not be that person who wanna block the relationship between her and the parents. So you read the things. Things can happen sometimes by nature, like naturally. Yeah, that's what happened this time when we had Dragon Boots Festival and
a
everything.
little trip back to hometown.
Everything goes good.
Smooth.
Like really, I can
It's
say.
unexpected.
I can say.
We didn't expect that, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I can say this from my heart. I've been in this relationship for that long, about 8 years, and it was the time you feel like breathing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when this thing not solved, it's like we are always somehow something stuck there.
Especially if you have a pressure of life, you have a family pressure, you can even have depression.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but this time we had a dinner with the
Like,
father-in-law, mother-in-law, and brother and sister we met. Like, oh my gosh, it's like a trip to remember.
Yeah. So basically, that's the story we really want to share with you guys, and I hope if you are now meeting the same problems,
Don't worry, things step by step, brick by brick.
yeah,
Nice.
and always have that faith that things will go well. And of course, you still need to work hard on a relationship because you want this relationship. You have to sacrifice something, and you have to work hard on it.
And of course, we are here for positivity. So
Yeah.
sometimes we don't want to share with you the negative parts. So because it's not really important. The most interesting part or the most happy moment, that's why we are here, right? So we don't really whatever. It's all of us together. Just like don't let the negative energy keep with you the next days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's live in the moment. Yeah.
Yes. That's all for our video. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, and we're gonna keep seeing you in the next video. Yeah.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Bye.
We're done.